Hello, my name is Precious Vines Harris, and I am the Single Maven. Today, we're going to look at holiday gifts on a dime, where we make a teacher emergency kit. This is going to be a great low-cost item for you to make for your children's teacher. Stay tuned. All right, so we're going to look at now the items that you need. These items have been purchased from the Dollar Tree, and I think 5 and below. This is a cute gift. We're going to actually do more than one of these holiday gift sets with this glass mirrored trinket box. I got this from the Dollar Tree. I think I paid $5. So you definitely need one of these or something similar. And everything in the kit is going to be for a teacher to have sitting on her desk for any type of emergency she may need. So these are some of the items that I have. I have deodorant. I have a hand sanitizer, a Tide to-go pen for any spills. I have flosser. In addition to that, I have breath spray. I have, if you have hand sanitizer and wipes, alcohol swabs or wipes. I have Band-Aids, Pepto, a nail kit, some lotion, hairpins, chapstick, also Advil. And I have some hair ties, Tic Tacs. So these are all items that are going to go inside of this box as a teacher emergency kit that we're going to use for a holiday gift. And the actual premise of this specific project is to make a teacher emergency kit for teachers to keep on their desk for those type of emergencies when they can't go outside of the classroom, right? So if you need to freshen up during the day, if you have, need a hair tie or a hairpin, if you spill something on your clothes, if you have a nail that chips, Pepto, if you have an upset tummy, things of that nature, okay? So these are all items that you can find reasonably priced. I also have my Cricut. I've cut out the letters. I'm going to actually make one for myself. And I have a few little items that I'm going to put on top of it. So I have crayons. We're going to use a stapler. And then I think I also have a roll of tape here as well. So we're going to actually have that to embellish our kit on top. And I have my tools to use as well, okay? So I'm going to get started assembling this. Okay, so with this specific project, the main thing you want to do is test it out first. So I've tested this out first, meaning I've put my items inside of the box to see the best fit. Because with this trinket box, I believe it is a 5x5. So you have to be mindful of the fact that you can't get a lot of items in here. Most of them will be travel size items, okay? So I'm going to open it up, and I've actually tested this out. So I have a way to put these in here, and I'm going to actually explain how I'm doing it. So you want to lay your flat items first. So on the right-hand side, we're going to start off with our Band-Aids. And I really just bought a big travel size pack of Band-Aids, and I just, took out a few of those here. So we're going to lay those to the right first. Then we're going to have wipes. I have some sanitizing wipes that I've had before. I have a big box of those and some alcohol pads, right? Because sometimes you may get a cut or two and break a nail or something, so you want to have those. I'm going to lay those down, put the sanitizer wipes on top of it. And then I have a pack of flossers. All of these items, like I said, came from Walmart, 5 and below. So I've got a pack of flossers there. I'm going to put those in. And then I have my Tic Tacs. Of course, you want to have fresh breath after lunch. So we're going to go to the left-hand side. On this side, I'm going to have the flat items, which is my Pepto. I purchased like a bigger box of these, so I just took out like 2 or 3, 2 of these actual strips. So I'm going to put those there. Then we're going to put in our nail kit. This definitely comes handy because I know I've broken a nail a couple of times at work and didn't have a nail file, right? We're going to put in deodorant. This definitely comes in handy. Sometimes you need to freshen up during the day. We're going to have our Purell bottle sanitizer. We're going to put that in the middle. Then we're going to come at the top. We're going to put in our Advil. You can buy Advil, Tylenol, anything of that nature. Chapstick, I have some of that. And then lotion. So some of these items I already have. I'm going to put that in. And then we're going to go to the right side and put in our breath drops. I had bought a 3-pack of those. That definitely comes in handy. I had a big pack of hairpins. I just cut off some because I'm going to make multiple boxes. So with this specific item, you can definitely buy multiples of items and then just use only some of them if you're going to make multiple boxes. And then I brought some hair ties from 5 and below. I just took a few of these off the pack. I think it was a pack of maybe 6 or 8. I took maybe 4 off because I'm gonna make another another box, gift box. So we're gonna put those in here. And then with the actual Tide pen, this one is a little bit longer than the actual length of the box. So you're gonna put that in diagonally, okay? So you should be able to close it comfortably. And now what I'm gonna do is actually put on my transfer tape on top of my labels, and we're gonna assemble this on top of the box. What I'm gonna do now is actually put the transfer tape, and let me adjust this a little bit, on top of our actual labels. And excuse me, I feel like I'm always saying actual. That's one of my favorite words for some reason when I'm doing my vlogs. But we're gonna put transfer tape on top of all of our items that we're gonna put. Now, the thing about this is you can customize it however you want. If you want to put your teacher's name on top of it, or if you just want to put, a friend's name, if it's going to a friend or family member, you can definitely do that. I just made this as if I'm the person I'm giving it to. But you can definitely put your teacher's name on top of it. And then I have teacher emergency kit, so you can have the name there. And I use gold because I have gold, the box is actual gold. And then I just made some of the items that teachers may use. I mean, if you have someone, I work in higher education, so you may not necessarily need these, but I just thought they were super cute. I just cut out some crayons with my Cricut. I have a stapler. I think I have a roll of tape somewhere. I have to double check. So I'm gonna put this on the transfer tape, and then I'm gonna come back and actually put it on top of the box. All right, so what I've done is I've applied my transfer tape to all of my items and kind of placed them up here so I can see where they might fit. So I would encourage you to play around with it. I am going to now assemble this on top of my box. And I did not put any tissue paper or anything in the inside of it because to me, I feel like the box speaks for itself. The reason why I chose this box as an actual gift box is because I felt like this is something that could be utilized for more than one purpose. I'm gonna show you all how to do a pampering kit. You can actually use it. It's really a trinket box, so you can put in jewelry, makeup, anything that you want to. But I felt like a teacher emergency kit would be cute for people that are trying to figure out gifts for their child's teacher, right? So it's a quick and easy way to give a gift, not spend a lot of money. I think you could probably do this for at least $20 or less. Some of the items I already had. Now what I'm gonna do now is kind of measure it out with my ruler to make sure I have it even on each side. So you definitely wanna make sure you have your measurements correctly so it will be even. So it looks about even here. So I'm gonna place this here. And what I'm gonna do is, I have dots for my eyes, but I'm gonna actually use rhinestones to embellish it a little bit. So you definitely can use more than, and you can see I've been using this because I have little pieces of vinyl all over it, but you can definitely use whatever you want to decorate it, okay? This is not something that you're prohibited in. The only thing I think with this specific gift idea is you're prohibited in the spacing, meaning you can't get certain size items there. But as far as how creative you can be as creative as you would like with this project. Make sure that you do wipe down your box. I cleaned it with Windex. Sometimes you can definitely clean it with alcohol, but I wanted it to have no streaks. So you definitely want to do that. I'm going to put the green crayon in the middle only because I have a green tape holder and I want to mix up my colors a little bit. But you can do it any kind of way that you see fit. So I'm going to measure this out, make it a little bit more even. That's about 1 inch there, 1 inch there. So that's about even there. So I'm going to put this here. And like I said, I didn't spend a lot of money on this. So you can do this gift probably for $20 or less. You don't even have to use all the items that I have here if you don't want to, okay? But I think you want to have it filled and think about items that a teacher would like to have as a little emergency kit for herself. Because a lot of times teachers are not able to take breaks during the day, or something may happen and you want to make sure that you are able to still do your job, but take care of the emergency at the same time. I thought about putting inside of this kit, I thought about putting in a thread and needle, a sewing kit. You can definitely do one of those. They have smaller ones that you could purchase to put inside of the kit. So think about items that you could use. If you have a small toothbrush and toothpaste, that's another item you could potentially put in there. Let me measure this one more time. So yeah, you can definitely put in a sewing kit. If you want to do some spray, I thought about that as well. Sometimes you may want a little bath spray. You can definitely do that. So think about items that a teacher may need, or even favorite things. If she has a favorite candy, you can definitely make it into a little treat box. She may want to have treats throughout the day. So put her favorite little snacks or candies, gum, things of that nature that she may want to just kind of pop in and get a little treat to refresh herself. That will be a cute little idea as well. You can fill it with candies, right? All right, so we have that. Now what we're gonna do is put our little crayons here. I think I'm gonna see if I can cross them. I wanna make sure I have enough space. If I put my stapler there, my other crayon there, and I think I can get my roll of tape down here. So yeah, we should have enough space. But you can put other items if you want to do paper clips, if you want to spell out her name, if you want to do some type of design like polka dots, or have a cheetah print her name in cheetah print across the top in big letters. You can do that as well. I think that this box can be done in many different ways. All right, so we have that crayon. Then we're gonna move to the next one, the red crayon. So we're gonna crisscross this crayon with the other one. Oh, hold on, I don't wanna be at that high. Move that down a little bit. Do I wanna put it that way? But then I may interfere with my stapler. Hold on, let's see. Let me actually do it that way. I may do it that way. Have my stapler there and my roller tape there. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna actually put the crayon going in this direction. Now, the only thing about transfer tape is the fact that when you're using certain materials, sometimes you have to press down harder to get the item to transfer onto the actual surface. So this is not really as bad as sometimes I've had to rub and almost peel it off and place it down. All right, so we're gonna do our stapler next here. But I love doing these type of projects because I feel like it's a great way to be creative and gift. So gifts is one of my love languages. If you know me, you know I love to give gifts. But also being creative and not spending a lot of money, but showing someone that you actually care and you appreciate them during the holidays. So this gift can be something that you can use not just for the holiday. If you want to say like Teacher Appreciation Week, this would be a great gift for a teacher. If you want to give a birthday gift, right? Have the favorites inside of a box. I'm going to show you one that I'm going to do, probably make another video. I'm going to do for my niece. Hopefully she doesn't watch this video, but I'm going to do one for her for Christmas. I'm going to show you how to do that. And you can also put a gift card in here. If you really love your teacher, your child's teacher, and they've done a lot for your child this year, why not put a little gift card in there, right? Just spice it up a little bit. Have that sitting there at the top. I know they would love that. You know, put a Starbucks gift card or one to their favorite store. All right, so I have this now. Hopefully you can see it. I have Mrs. Vines Harris Teacher Emergency Kit, and I have my little stapler, I probably should put a white piece of paper. Hold on one second. So you can see it, because with the items in it may be harder to see, but you can see it better here. I have Mrs. Vines Harris Teacher Emergency Kit, and then I have the crayons, the stapler, and the tape. So what I'm gonna do now is I have a couple of rhinestones. So I'm gonna stop here and come back, because I thought I actually had my rhinestones. I may have left them upstairs. So what we're gonna do now, I put the white paper here so you can actually see what I'm doing. We're gonna just actually I have to stop saying actually, guys. We're gonna put our rhinestones on top of the eyes, and also where we have the little tape dispenser hole, and then over our stapler. That's just to give it a little bit of bling bling. So you can use glue that actually adheres to glass. I have some that I have here. I would recommend probably E6000 glue. Definitely would be an option for you, but just Google it, okay, to be on the safe side if you want to double check if the glue that you have works on glass. So I'm going to put my dots over my eyes, and I'm just going to use gold rhinestones, okay? So I'm just going to put gold rhinestones on top of the dots of my eyes. You don't have to do this. This is just something I like to do. I love rhinestones. And I feel like it always gives it just a little extra nice touch. But you don't have to do that. Okay? I almost feel like I want to trade those out for a smaller one. I think I may do that, to be honest with you. I'm going to trade these out for a smaller one. So hold on one second. Let me trade these out. I feel like those are a little bit too big. And I have some extra rhinestones inside of a bag, so I have different sizes. So I'm going to put some glue here. Just try to do that again. Okay. So I think that's a little bit better with the sizing. I'm going to clean this up with an alcohol wipe. I do have a little bit of glue that came over the edge, but I'm going to clean that up. And let me put glue here. I'm going to put some on my little hole where the tape is. I'm just going to put some here with a stapler. There's a little dot there. Just to zhuzh it up a little bit. And sometimes people may think there's not really a rhyme or reason or why should you do the extras. I like doing the extras. Like I said, my love language is gifts, and I want people to feel appreciated and special, to know that they really matter, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some alcohol and clean up the little pieces of glue that I have here and come back. All right, so I have finished. I put my little rhinestones for my dots and for my stapler and my roll of tape. So I put white paper there so you can see it. I'm just gonna pull the white paper out. And this is a super awesome gift. This is something that your child's teacher or, a best friend, whoever that may be an educator in your life can use. You can definitely put different items. She can restock here, and this will be something that she can definitely keep for a long time, okay? So I would recommend wrapping this in tissue paper, put it inside of a gift bag or cellophane with ribbon, and you have a great gift, okay? All right, so I want to thank you so much for joining me for today's holiday gifts on a dime, where we made a teacher emergency kit. If you've not done so, like this post, let me know what you think about this gift. Would you be willing to make a teacher emergency kit for your child's teacher? Or if you're a teacher, would you make one for your desk? And also subscribe to The Single Maven if you've not done so. My goal is still to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. We are probably about 290 something off from 500. But we can keep hope alive, right? Subscribe to The Single Maven if you've not done so. Share with a friend. And thanks so much for joining me. Until next time.